Hey, hello, hi. My name is Andrew Childs, and I'm here with Mira May,
Hi, everyone.
as well as Terra Nova.
Hey, hi, hello.
We are in the top 4 of Canada's Drag Race, Season 3. Is this the top 4 that either of you imagined?
I kind of expected Vivian, maybe in
Ooh.
place of Kimmy, but I kind of figured Fierce and Jada would get here only because of how valuable I think they are in terms of like how much production wanted them to make it this far. And I don't think I saw Giselle being in the end, to be honest.
Really?
She, just like in that first episode, all I remember is liking her entrance look.
Yeah, and for me, honestly, I fully thought that Bombay was going to make it to the end. I know that the makeup wasn't fully there, but like the looks and the runway and the personality, just being that narrator of the season, just to me, and because of, past Drag Race, we typically see those people make it to the end or at least 5th place or 4th.
Oh, and honorable mention, Lady Boom Boom.
I was just about to say Lady Boom Boom was there for me.
Yeah.
She gave it all. She gave the runway, she gave the personality, she gave the looks, like even like her face, her beat, everything was so polished. She was for sure the most polished of the season.
So the queens are told that this is the True North Strong and Fierce finale where they have to write and record lyrics. They have to do choreography with Hollywood Jade. But first, they have to do a photo shoot and they find out that it's with Isis Couture. Firstly, we get Giselle on with Isis. I think that this look... Well, firstly, let's talk about Isis.
Yes.
Let's talk about motherfucking Isis's look. She looks so good as Cruella de Vil. This fantasy, this rich woman, everything to me.
I love Isis Couture. She is a fellow Salvadoreña, my love, my Salvi sister. I'm obsessed with her, and she looks incredible, which is not shocking at all for Isis, let's be honest.
I know. She definitely got one of those like Brooklyn upgrades, and I want it myself. Like the full face is just plumped and snatched. She is ready to take on the competition again.
And then Giselle, her look was so good. I love her as a ginger human, and the blue that she's wearing with it. She was also probably the smartest person when it came to the photo shoot to actually be using all the props all around her and to cut into the cake. However, I hate this photo that they chose.
I think that photo's very Giselle. Like, I think she brought maybe the most of her personality out of all 4 girlies. I like her outfit, kinda. I don't know, there's a lot of texture going on for me, which was maybe my only critique of it. But I think she really brought herself to this photo shoot, and like the silly, thing with the crown, super cute, and I thought they did great.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated this look from Giselle. I really, really like ruffles. So anything with ruffles, I'm all for. But like you guys said, this picture just doesn't capture what I feel it should have. I feel like it should have been something more elegant, as a tea party should be. Whereas it just felt like it was a little bit hokey pokey.
Well, I'm curious, did they get any advancement or category for this, or was this just wear whatever the fuck you have left?
I think they got a tea party prompt because Irma Gerd mentioned that her gown or the dress she wears later on was actually her tea party look because her dress wasn't finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tea,
right,
mama.
actually, her dress got lost in the mail. She said that she had half of the dress there, but she was missing the other.
Next up after this, we have Fiercelicious. And she looked so good with this hair. I love this updo beehive situation that she's got.
I'm pretty sure she wore this hair for the second design challenge, if I'm correct. But yeah, I love this outfit. She looks beautiful. I love Isis, but Fierce is definitely out modeling Isis in this moment. Just the beat, the face. Fierce knows how to work her face, and she's just so fucking stunning. I wouldn't want to be next to either of them, honestly, ever.
No, me neither. Ever, literally ever. Right, no. I love this piece. I'm not always a sucker for the type of pattern that's on her dress here. I can't recall the exact pattern. But the only thing I would change with this entire photo shoot is those boots. I would probably replace it with something in a similar color, kind of a boot cover type of deal, or just something that wasn't so electric. Like, it's too electric blue for me, but still stunning look overall.
Or just a pump even.
Yeah, I know, because like the garment and the hair, like standing alone, are so gorgeous. So I don't think that the boot is necessarily necessary.
Next behind her is Jada Shada Hudson, and this felt a little too circus camp for me to enjoy this as.
They were kind of shady to choose this photo, I thought. Like
That too.
She looked like she was serving in some of the photos that like popped up, and I was like, why would you choose this one of all of them? Like, she's beautiful. Her face looks amazing. This outfit's really, really cute. I don't know. And then the reveal feels so
Forced, even?
I don't know. Maybe they said this was like, oh, it's for a challenge, this outfit. So be ready to like do a challenge in it or something. And so she thought, oh, maybe I'll be performing in it. So I don't know. It's still very Jada. I like it, but it's kind of shady to choose this picture, I think.
Right. I think it's a gorgeous costume and is excellently made. I just think that, like Mira said, it's kind of just like the context don't make sense with the picture.
It looks gorgeous though.
Yeah, especially in the face, and I love that hair. Just the outfit, not my fave.
Mm-hmm.
So Kimmy Couture with Mother Isis Couture. This was such a beautiful little moment for them to be able to have, and for her to be able to know that her daughter can like succeed on her own and make it to the top 4. I love this. And also that valley of the hair, just like overly done hair on Kimmy, like holy fucking shit, pardon my language. Wow, yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I have to say, props to Isis, because in all of like the interview moments we've had, she was so good in the interviews, like with the girls. Like
she was.
She really was like just like talking to them so naturally and being the same old charismatic like Isis we know from her season. And then this moment between them was just so cute. And she looks good. Like both of them look good.
I think personally, this one was probably my favorite out of all the photos, like hands down. The entire, like, they just got the theme right. And especially with Kimmy's gown, it's just so big and so lush, and it looks so expensive because it just like stands up like it's puffy and it don't fall flat. It's just so gorgeous.
Out of all of these looks, which was your favorite?
This one.
Agreed.
Yeah, this one.
We get to the maxi challenge for the True North Strong and Fierce song. I hated the song. This was not my vibe.
I wouldn't even call it a song.
This is like when that Brooklyn Heights would stop making songs, because I just don't think it works for her.
This is like when you give a twink an aux cord and they play the weirdest fucking hyper pop, and it's like, I found this new underground artist who like makes songs with like the sound of car crashes, and that's what this felt like. And like, I don't want to be rude to any of the girls, but I think the song was so bad that none of their verses really like, I don't remember really any of their verses.
No, I really don't. And it's just like the song for me is like, I feel if you gave it to the right person with like the right tone in their voice, the right amount of sassiness, it could have been a fucking bop. But Brooklyn Heights to me just isn't that type of person. No shade. Love the girl.
You will never be that girl.
But she will never be that rapping type of girl. She has to stop. It's a crime.
Like, I don't know why we're not using Rue songs.
Period. Like if the Netherlands girls or whomever else gets to use Rue song, why the fuck?
Like let's just use the Rue songs, because we're literally using them for the runway. Like, is it that hard to get the use for like the thing? Yeah,
but like all said and done is like this, they still slayed the choreography. Nobody really messed up the choreography. I thought it was pretty freaking tight and clean. So although it's not as good as the past seasons, and they kind of never wrote the most memorable lyrics, the choreography was tight.
So all in all, when I think about the lyrics, I don't. But when I think about the choreography, I do. And honestly, Kimmy and Giselle are the ones who ate it the most. I found Jada's to be decent, like it was on time. I just felt like they held back on hers. And with Fierce, it's a shame, but I don't remember it, even though it's been playing right next to us. Category is Coronation Eleganza. And we have Fierce Delicious coming out first, and I thought she looked so beautiful. When I don't really like the overly done, crisp, rhinestoned hair, but this was so beautifully layered and just like so thin and delicate. It looked like a flower to me, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I think my only critique is like, I don't know. I guess I just wanted something that screamed Fierce Delicious for her final runway. And this doesn't scream Fierce Delicious, but she looks absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. And the like dress is just perfectly made. So I'm not mad at it. I wanted like a full like supermodel kind of moment from her, you know?
I am gonna have to disagree with you, Mira. I love you with all my heart, but I just feel that this is what you kind of need to bring to the final runway. You want to look like you're a queen or a princess walking down that runway, ready to receive your crown on your coronation day. And I think that she was able to bring an element of fierce with it, with that little sexy leg that she stuck out. That slit in that skirt is what I feel brought the Fierce Delicious to the entire look.
Agreed.
But no disrespect, just my opinion.
I'm gonna give her a root for this one. I think she looks beautiful.
Right, and I would have to give her a root as well, head to toe.
Yeah, just because I know who's next on or later on in this runway, this is a route, not the double for me, but this is really, really good. This is probably like the second best look of the night for me, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next, we have Kimi Couture in this green eleganza. I don't know how I feel about this, and that's just me being genuine and honest. I like parts of it, but I also really don't like parts of it. It feels a little simple, and it feels like a lot of what we have seen in the past, but elevated. So it's just like such a weird place for me that I don't know.
Again, I just don't think it screams Kimmy. It doesn't scream Kimmy finale. It just screams, it's just kind of like another Kimmy look for me. I know she opened up on social media about like finances really prohibiting her from doing what she wanted to do for this runway. And so she just kind of did what she could. And I think the corset is beautifully done. Like the details on the corset is great. I don't really think it needs the cape. And I wish there was just more happening other than the corset, you know? But I think like she looks beautiful. She's like, even though I don't love the cape, it's penultimate Kimmy to have a cape to like strut with, yeah. Right? So I think it's still good. I understand the financial thing, like wanting to do more with your drag, but just being so prohibited by finances. So I get it, but I think she looks gorgeous.
Right. So my thoughts and opinions are kind of the same as your guys. I just feel that it's a kind of like corset and panty type of deal again. And like she said, yes, there are the financial things that prohibited her from actually taking it to the next level. But I just feel that maybe it could have been a garment or a silhouette that we have not yet seen from Kimmy. Something, and it didn't necessarily have to be expensive, just, you know, a little bit more fabric, a little bit more volume, something that kind of exudes elegance rather than a like corset panty look that we have seen her in quite a few times.
Yeah, I think volume is the right word for that. If there was volume to this, it really could have like hit the nail on the head. Right,
but like, I mean, I love the monochrome. The monochrome of it all work, but like I said, just not enough.
Next up is Miss Jada Shada Hudson in this beautiful red and divine look. I think the rhinestoning on this was perfectly placed. She had the right amount of like shine with every movement. However, I saw something on Twitter this morning that it looks like Deja Sky's red, white, and blue. And it just like threw me through the loop, and I don't know if I love it as much.
It's her color. Red is her color, and she looks beautiful in red. I just don't like the dress. Like, I'll just be straight up. It's a dress we've seen before. It's a cut we've seen before. But I just like, I don't know. She looks beautiful. She looks stunning. But I think she looked more beautiful last week in the look that she made while she was there. And I was more like turned on by her look she made last week, just because it was more interesting than this. Like the stoning's pretty, and the choices of like the necklace and the earrings look gorgeous. It's just, we've seen it before, so I'm not into it. And I know you didn't like that look last week, but
Nope. That I did not.
You see, I don't totally hate the look, because I really, really love how all the stones were meticulously placed, like Andrew said. My main problem would be what your problem is, Mira, which would be the actual silhouette of the dress. It's just so simple. And it's kind of like, you can make things simple but elegant. And I guess she kind of did achieve that. I just feel for the finale of Canada's Drag Race Season 3, it just needs to be a bit more. Like,
Keyhole. A keyhole would have been amazing.
Keyhole. Yes. Even like a long train. If that was like a huge train, that would really hit the nail.
Or like put a crinoline under the like mermaid so that it just poofs out even more.
Just break it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giselle Lullaby. Holy shit. Brad said this perfectly, I think it was Brad.
Yeah.
That you look like you could be on like a red carpet. And the nude illusion, like my boyfriend and I, for like a solid 2 to 5 minutes, we were like, is there fabric on that, or is she just gluing it onto her? It was so well placed, and like the color of the gold, the rose gold, and the placement of the bodice. I just love this. Is the double.
Yeah, the thing that just gets me with this is that hair is fantastic. Like the hair, and it's not even just the fact that you have this beautiful piece, but the way it's still long in the back. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my, like she looks so beautiful. And we've seen a lot of hair sculptures, right?
Yes.
Like hair sculptures have been very in drag for like the past year and a half, like pretty much since the pandemic started.
Yeah, Drag Race Holland, thank you very much for starting that.
Exactly. But she took hair sculpture, and actually like whoever did this hair made art.
Yes.
And then the dress is also beautiful. And she like came out with, and then when she brought it down, like, I'm so glad this dress exists and that we got to see it.
And like, whoever made this dress, I hope they got paid top dollar, because I mean, look at the delicate draping, like that draping down the side that kind of goes down through the entire skirt piece and then flows. Like, that takes so much experience, and like draping is so hard to achieve if you want to make it look this beautiful. So like, it just like warms my seamstress heart to see it. As soon as she stood out on that stage with the applique and that draped skirt, I was literally speechless. And the hair too, it's gorgeous.
So let's quickly blast through our eliminated queens. Firstly, we have Halal Bay with the Stop Displacing Us. This was just so beautiful in so many levels. And to see this kind of representation on TV is exactly what we need.
Yeah.
And Jada Shada Hudson said it herself. Canada, diversity. I want to see it on the screen, diversity.
Right. Now, I love this look, and I think that it kind of looks like she used vinyl to kind of attach those pieces onto the skirt. Right. And then kind of, I don't know what exactly she used to put the letters on, but I just think that it was so creative and such a great way to kind of spread her culture and her message at the same time, and such a beautiful presentation on the runway.
Yeah, and I think that the vinyl strips was really smart, because then we could constantly see what the words were versus having it like bend or fold. Like, we knew like immediately what she was saying, literally.
Yeah.
After Halal Bay, we have Miss Mosu, and I did not like this. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm being so rude anytime that I critique Miss Mosu, but the face is too soft to the point I didn't know you had a lip on. And then this look is just so pedestrian. It's a prom dress.
First, we need to invest in some lip liner with Miss Mosu, because this could, like, she could have done like something like me, like the dark liner with the light lip, then it would have been so beautiful.
Yes.
But this kind of feels like Jada, where it just feels like, okay, you kind of hit the assignment, you look pretty, right? Like, and it's your last time you're gonna be seen. I guess if this is like the dress she really wanted to show.
Did you really say she could have done something like it looked beautiful?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I literally was just saying like I love the like dark liner with the light lip. Sorry.
Yeah. I love Miss Mosu. She seems like she is like such a wonderful personality, but this look with like such a basic look with no makeup, just foundation maybe, like it's
And
just,
brows.
and brows, but like that's it. Like she did the bare minimum. She was like, oh, we got time to get ready, and then it's just like, oh, finale time.
Shayla Zahn LaRue looked so good. I found it a little simple for a finale look. However, that mug, she just nails it every time on the mug. This is what Mosu thinks she looks like.
Yeah, the makeup
Very
is,
much.
like look at this angle of the way her like cheek shines and the blush. It looks like you could buy it at a store in Toronto, like at a Toronto drugstore.
Very much.
And I know
My
girls who
issue-
have this dress.
Like with this runway in general, like for a lot of the queens on the runway, unfortunately, it just seems like it doesn't feel like a finale runway. And that, like, looking at Shayla Zahn's look is gorgeous, but it just needs more. Like everybody kind of needs a little bit more, just like add a little salt and pepper, something.
Like maybe they're mad they didn't get the finale, so they're like, I'm not wearing my finale gown. I'm gonna wear something else. I'm gonna save my finale gown for like All Stars or something. Like,
Very much, and that could be the case too. I think that to elevate this look, almost everything I'll say, add a train. So literally, like, buckle up, toot toot, put a train on, and strut that runway.
Period, sis.
that's great. Yeah, exactly. Or she could have just chosen to look beautiful like me.
Now going on to someone who did the most, Chaos. Now, you got your train, you got your spikes, you got everything. I am so thankful that Chaos showed up.
Okay, you know what's great too is because when we saw this in Untucked, I was like, oh, did she really wear another one of her dance costumes? Because I didn't notice the train. So I was like, oh, she wore another dance costume. Because this is what you'd see if you went to a Chaos show, is this outfit without the train, and she'd like
Do everything.
like buck and twirl in this because like that's what she's an amazing dancer. Like, but then when it came out on the runway and she had the train, I was like, yes, bitch, yes, because it's what I kind of wanted from like Fierce and Jada, where I was like, this feels like quintessential Chaos, but elevated into that coronation look, you know? Like it almost feels like Isis's look from last season, where it was like still so elevated and elegant, but it was so quintessential Isis.
The one with the mouthpiece?
Yeah, with the mouthpiece and everything like that,
That's,
you know?
That's a good statement. to
Yeah,
reference.
I love this. This is one of the strongest looks of the night.
Right, and it totally is. This gives finale. This gives finale. This shows who Chaos is, like, overall as a character. You can see that they have kind of developed their entire drag character around being over the top with the outfits. Like, they're, like, more is more. Like, always more. And I kind of love that. It's like, kind of represents back to their name. Like, it's very, very chaotic, but in the best drag way possible. Like the connecting parts that like go across this entire garment here, just phenomenal. I just think that it's very, very quintessential Chaos, but at their most elevated form.
Miss Lady Boom Boom is next, and she stole the runway pretty much every time. This, she did a good job. I don't know if she stole it this time.
No, for sure. And I just think that, like you said, it's too top heavy. There's too much at the top, not enough at the bottom. And I just don't think that the skirt flows the way that it's supposed to. It kind of the pattern needed to be slashed some more and spread out so that when the wind comes from and under her, it kind of just carries that fabric and flows. But it wasn't really giving that, which I think was the intent, but the intent never came across.
I kind of wish this would have got lost in the mail.
Lol. So Bombay is the crown. Had she made it to Final Four, this would have been the look to win in. And also, to do this on the Queen's death day, like, oh.
Not the death day. Not happy
She
death
had a
day.
plan. She already knew. It was in her schedule.
Yeah, literally. And purple is always such a royal regal color. I'm so thankful she did it.
Bombay killed the queen so that her look could be this iconic.
That is the queen's crown.
I do think the construction kind of hindered it in just the movements really clunky. So if they could have found a way to make it so the skirt didn't.
Yeah, if it was
when
more
she
like
walked.
a stiff wire versus like a loose wire.
I think they needed something stiff connecting the ends of each of the bottoms of it so that even though it moved as a unit instead of multiple things kind of waving around. But it's beautiful. The hair is gorgeous. I love that hair. And if you're not gonna win the crown, you better fucking come as the crown. So she did that. I love this.
So I believe that the only thing that she could have changed about this entire look, the look is flawless, but I think that there needed to be, the purple fabric there needed to be some sort of interfacing or some sort of foam put in underneath at the top so that it actually stood up instead of kind of falling flat. Because it seriously looks like she has the queen's dead body, and under there, kind of limp, just holding up in some of the right places, but not enough.
The rigor mortis hasn't set in, so she's still like...
Exactly. She is flopping all around. No wires put in yet, no stuffing.
So Irma Gerd comes out, and I saw someone say that this looks like Trixie Mattel's green look from season 7, and I can't unsee it now. I think there needed to be like just maybe 2 inches more on the bottom of it, but
I think I really like the silhouette of it. I think like the big sleeves and the like cute little like side skirt thingies are really cute.
I think that she looks great as well, and I think that to have to make up for her runway where one got lost in the mail, I mean, she pulled through. This garment is gorgeous. My only critique would be that it don't seem finale. It's just a bit too simple. Like, yes, it's gorgeous. Has long sleeves, kind of has those little peplums at the side. I actually like the shorter cut because I think it's something that we haven't seen from Irma. It's like a little bit more sexy. And she definitely does look the best that she has looked all season, but just does not read as finale for me.
Yeah. When I see that close-up shot that is like of her bust up, like I love it. It looks so like Anne of Green Gables, just like flowing. But then when I look at like the bottom of it, it's just not matching for me what the top is.
Yeah, I think she looks beautiful. I feel like if I just saw the top, like that bust picture, I would have expected a gown almost, like a full-on ball gown moment. So I get the disappointment. But yeah, knowing it's her tea party look, I think it's beautiful.
Vivian Vanderpuss looked so fucking good. So soft, so just like everything, and the stiffness of the bow being exactly outwards. Like, it is just a 10 out of 10 for me. And it is so suiting to her personality. And that's like so commendable in so many ways. She is giving a little bit of Mira May with the black hair, the black hair that's just down. But I think she looks. I at first I was like, I don't know if I love this because we've seen RuPaul do a variation of this look, and then we saw the Vivian just recreate it on All Stars 7. So it does feel a little like, oh, like we've seen it. And I imagine she probably watched All Stars 7 and went, fuck, god damn it, Vivian, how dare you? But she looks great. And I agree, the like stiffness she got in the bow on top is really perfect. Like, she looks great. And yes, very soft. And it works for a Vivian final runway, it works.
Right, and I think I'll like harken back to what RuPaul says, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So even though I may have already seen this same sort of idea on All Stars 7, it has its own Vivian flair. She kind of just took it into a different silhouette. RuPaul's was more of like a mini dress, if I recall, whereas hers kind of does the fishtail moment, and I just think that is very, very beautifully constructed.
So we get to the final two, Jada and Giselle, and they have to perform A New Day Has Come by Celine Dion. And I don't know if this was intentional or not, but a French Canadian doing a lip sync to a French Canadian Feels very production to me.
Yeah. Okay, I have thoughts about this lip sync. I personally think Jada's lip sync was maybe better, but I don't think it was as, like, she kind of went really into it, and I don't know if that the song needs it.
It was too much. Like right here.
Like,
she's going too hard into it.
Like, and she's so, you can tell she's amazing and that she's doing a really good job. And but then I also felt like Giselle wasn't doing enough, and maybe it was her hair was really not allowing her to do enough.
I think if Jada was doing a pageantry like performance, this is everything that pageantry divas want. However, when it came to the like embodying the lip sync, Giselle really had like that softness, that femininity, and she knew to like use her shawl. She really worked it all the way through, and I love that she did that.
My entire issue with the entire thing is that I hate when people get a song that kind of gives you a certain theme, and it's kind of like low tempo, not like super upbeat, but they are going ham. It's like, you're not embodying the character. So for me, Giselle, not just because she's French Canadian and she was kind of able to really embody Celine and probably grew up with Celine in her culture, but I just think that she was able to be subtle but send a very, very strong and effective message.
Can we talk about Isis's step down look and how fucking good this was?
Girl, the step downs on Canada. First Priyanka last year, and now this.
She really had to like step up Priyanka, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, thank God, because we got this out of it.
At first, I was kind of skeptical about the wings because it looked like they were falling, but then I seen the image, I got the vision, and it's kind of supposed to give that kind of almost demonic look, and not supposed to be like standing upright and perfect. They're kind of supposed to be a little bit imperfect and on that slant, but I think that what kind of fixed it for me is that they were permanently at that slant. It's not like she was walking and they were like dangling as she was going. Yeah. So it really, really gave a very effective message, and that makeup, wow.
And the winner is Gisela Levi. Congratulations to the iconic diva, the French Canadian. I'm so thankful that we finally got a French Canadian as the winner.
It fits the season's storyline the best, you know?
Yeah, it wraps it up in a nice bow.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very happy for her.
No, me too. I think that Giselle was definitely the most polished out of everybody on this season. The makeup would be like my only concern. It's not necessarily pristine, but other than that, just such a small detail. She is such a well-rounded queen that seems like she has really, really, really worked for her art. And it's not just some like little hobby that she does. Drag is her life. This has been such a great review show to watch after each episode. And I mean, you guys are iconic. So am I. So follow me.
We all chose to look beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you guys can just follow me at It's Terra Nova right over here.
Thank you very much, everybody, for showing up to Canada's Drag Race, the finale, here with Mira May and Terra Nova. I'm Andrew Chiles. Make sure that you give all of us our follows down below.